everybody, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me today. It is Wednesday the 30th of December today, and I'm really in the sewing mood at the moment. I was down the allotment this morning for about 30 minutes and my feet were blocks of ice by the time I finished, so I thought no more gardening today, but what I will do is get some peppers sown. If you've never grown peppers before, they generally need quite a long growing season, but they need about 21 degrees centigrade to germinate. So if I get them sown today, what I'm going to be using is one of these heated propagator trays that I've got, and these little kind of propagator trays go really nicely on top of here. So I actually stupidly the other day used a load of these for sowing my Boxing Day onions, which, to be honest, I should have thought about really, because you don't actually need to use a heated propagator really to get your onions germinated, because my house is about, it gets to about maybe 19 to 20 degrees centigrade, which is loads. I think with an onion they need about between 8 and 14 degrees or something to actually germinate. So yeah, I made a bit of a mistake there because I'm using up all of those seed trays, but I've got 3 here, and I was just having a quick look at the seeds, the peppers that I've got, and I've got a Purple Beauty sweet pepper, a Yellow Monster long pepper, and a KB Round No. 2 early sweet pepper. Last year, Lloyd got me loads of seeds for Christmas from Real Seeds, and I haven't grown peppers for years now. I tried growing some from plug plants that I got from the supermarket, I think the year before last, but they just didn't do very well at all. But what I do like about peppers is once you've germinated them and grown them for one season, you can actually overwinter them. When I got into growing chilies about maybe 10 or 15 years ago, I grew loads of them indoors, left them out on the patio all summer, and then the ones that I liked best, I bought them in and overwintered them just like in front of my patio window, and then put them out for the second year, and they did really well. And I think you can get them growing for about 3 years. So if I can get some of these growing in the polytunnel, maybe I can grow them in some really big pots, so I can do something similar next Christmas, or sorry, next autumn and winter. I can overwinter them inside, and I am really hoping that by spring this year that my greenhouse is up. That's something I'm really working towards. But I do know, if you've been watching my channel for like 3 years, my second ever video was a video about dismantling a greenhouse that I've been given, and I've never actually put it together yet. I've been working on the base for about 3 years, so fingers crossed this year will be the year. But anyway, I've got 3 lots of seeds, and I've got 3 seed trays. So what I think I'm going to do is get these filled with compost, and then I'm going to put 2 lots of 2 seeds in each one, and then just when they germinate, I'll kind of cut off one of them, and then 2 can grow on in here, and then I can pop them on and then start some more seeds in here. So the first thing I need to do is I do need to go back outside and go and get some compost for these. So I'm in from the garden now, and when I was out there I realised there were a couple more of these out on the patio, so I have another one that I can use. This propagator here takes 4 of them, so it's quite good that I can make full use of the heated propagator. Once the chilies or the peppers actually germinate, what I'm going to do is actually switch this off, because if it's really warm underneath, the seedlings are going to be so tricked, and they're going to think that it's like 21 degrees, it's almost summer, and they're going to grow like mad, and there's not going to be enough light. So I don't want them to go really leggy or anything, because I have made that mistake in the past where all of a sudden I've got these massive plants that are ready to go out in the garden, but it's not the right time of year because it's still too early, and we do have we've got about 5 months before they can actually be put out in the garden, so that's a long time. But with peppers, they do actually take quite a few days to germinate anyway, so hopefully If we get these put in now, maybe kind of mid to the end of January, they will be germinating. So the first ones I'm going to sow are Purple Beauty. I'm not sure how many seeds are in here, to be honest, but what I do is I will turn the camera around now so you can have a look as I'm sowing them. I've just realised as well that my washing machine is on, so I'm really sorry if you can hear that in the background. I was going to be putting two seeds like right together, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them actually and put 6 in each, just to make the best use of space, and hopefully if they all germinate I can then just pop them on. This is famous last words. I'm going to end up with about 200 plants, pepper plants, on every single windowsill. This is why as well, you've got to just be really careful at this time of year, because I'm usually so eager to get stuff sown that I go a little bit mad, and then I haven't actually got the space to keep them all. Oh, but yeah, I haven't got the space to actually pop them on and stuff like that. So I'm just going to cover them with a little bit of compost. Oh, one thing that can happen with your chili plants is if they're too cold, they can actually rot off inside the soil, and they never germinate as well. So it's just really important that you actually keep them at that right temperature. So they're going to go in here, and I have a label already written, so I know which ones are which. So the next ones I've got here are Yellow Monster Long Bell Pepper. If you've grown any of these varieties, please let me know in the comments, because like I said, I haven't grown peppers for years. And usually if I'm going to sow something, I do kind of have a quick read up of it, but I haven't even done that today. I've just kind of got on now and put these in the ground. That seed looks a bit small, so that one is done now, and I'm just making sure I put a label on this as soon as possible as well, because otherwise I will forget what I've sown. So the next ones that I'm going to be sowing today are the KB round number 2. Don't know anything about this one. And I think what I'm going to do now is, because I've got one spare tray here, I am going to go away and have a look at the varieties that I've just sown now and see kind of what they're like, and then maybe the ones that I prefer the look of out of all of these I will then sow. So there we go, they are all sown now, and as I said, I'm just going to, before I sow this one, I'm going to have a look at all 3 of the varieties and see which one I like the look of the best, or which one has the best crop, or will do best in our climate. But let me know if you've also sown your pepper seeds yet, and if you have, let me know which varieties that you're growing. Also, if you're wondering, right, I've got a red wall here, an orange one here, and a yellow one through there. It's all colours that have been left over by the previous owner, but eventually we're going to be completely renovating the house. So if you're interested in knowing any more about that, I have another YouTube channel called Erica's Little Welsh Life. I'll put a link to that below in the cards. But basically, we're just going to be going room to room, either just decorating it or stripping it out and starting again. So it's quite exciting, but so much work ahead. But anyway, I'm chatting on, so I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If this is the first video you're watching of mine, I hope you've enjoyed it, but please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of all of my latest videos. YouTube have some videos up now on the screen that they think you'll like, so please go ahead and watch those. And I will catch up with you in the next episode. And I am going to hold off now sowing any more seeds.